from me, your girl Moozlie. Make sure you keep it locked right here to Turn Up for Local.
The Turn Up for Local.
Turn Up for Local. You're watching Turn Up for Local.
Turn Up for Local. Let's go, go.
But yeah, so I mean, we have an exceptional panel of guests right here. It's not my job to introduce, but yeah, I'm pretty excited about our headliners that we have.
Like doing an exchange with Berlin and then taking South Africans to Berlin to experience that culture. Like I've been to Berlin and I think it's incredible. There's so much magic there and people can just be free to be themselves. So are you going to take South African artists with the contacts you've made and like let them also experience that?
I want to facilitate these exchanges when it comes to artists. So, you know, if J&B can just put up the money, if they can just, you know, bump the cheese up next year, you know, Red Bull bump the cheese up, we really want to do that. That's ultimately our aim. You know, like, essentially we just have one title sponsor. So hopefully next year we're trying to get more brands on board, hopefully get government involved. I mean, we really got support from the South African Embassy in Berlin, but that just comes to like expedited visas. The rest we have to pay up front, you know. So like that's my dream. I really want to take artists to, you know, Berlin, and yeah. So hopefully we'll get there. You know, we just need these brands to bump the cheese up.
Something else that's really special is that 2 of my music videos are actually shot in Cape Town with these 2 ladies over here. DJ Doowap was in the Don't Panic video, and we did the Moozlie video out here too. So hopefully we can try bring those visuals to life on the stage and do something really sexy and cool for the ladies, since it is Women's Month.
Actually, like she literally just hit the nail on the head of what I wanted to say in terms of Women's Month. I think that's also one of the reasons why I think this is such a key, how can I say, it's such a key event right now, because majority of this lineup are females. So obviously it's really important that we just, for myself, it's really important that I bring this element of, you do not see my gender in my performance. It is literally just a fantastic performance in its entirety. So, and I think that's also our job, to make sure that with this event, as much as we don't make you look bad, number one, and also just really in the space of Women's Month and in the space of a lot of the issues that are going on right now, especially in the front of domestic violence and all of that stuff, just bringing a highlight to women and showing our power and showing our strength, especially on stage, so that who knows, maybe next time you'll have a complete lineup, no offense, Kat, but like a complete lineup of women. So us just bringing the strength on stage, just bringing a dynamic performance. That is what I constantly try to bring. I really don't, like, as much as I want the sexy feel, but I want it to be this thing where, you know what, she didn't need a guy to necessarily stand next to her. She can hold her own. That's what you guys are going to see from today.
Okay, sure. Well, I pride myself on the fact that I like to play music that people haven't really heard before, but I know that they're just going to love it because their soul is going to dive into it. So I like to take people on a sonic journey, and I like to take them, well, I want to say out of the box, but I know that there is no box. So I like to show them that they're completely infinite, you know, and to just let go and not feel like they have to be in a stuck society. Like, I like to play songs that you won't necessarily hear on radio, but you know that it's good. So you let yourself listen to it, and you let yourself be free, and then you let yourself dance, and then by the end of my set, you're like on a completely different wave than you ever were before. So that's my vibe, yeah.
Doowap, I am a fan of Doowap. I am a fan of Rouge. I'm a fan of Moozlie. I'm a fan of DJ Capital. You know what I mean? Like, ultimately, these are the hottest acts that we could get. And in terms of other genres, we definitely do want to expand on that. You know, Digital Sangom, I don't know if you guys know, he's also an artist as well, an exceptional artist, and I really wanted to get him on board, but you know, due to the time constraints and, you know, the lineup that we have, we couldn't fit everybody on. You know what I mean? And there are also ultimately other artists that we would have loved to have that we just couldn't fit on the bill. So hopefully next year, we would love to do like a full day event, you know, and just fit everybody on there. So jazz, contemporary, traditional, Maskandi, Mashapukwe, I'm a huge fan, you know what I'm saying? So ultimately, we just want to display, you know, the best in terms of South African music, South African culture, and yeah, ultimately that's the vibe.
Just sometimes you become a part of things that are so much bigger than you are aware of. And thank you so much for including us in this. Like, it's a blessing to be a part of it, and hopefully we can take it to the world and everybody can have a really good time.
I feel like you're saying everything I want to say. Yeah, like in a nutshell, pretty much what she just said. Look, like you said, this is a starting point. It can only go up from here. Obviously, you had to focus on one thing and just build on that, and obviously it's gonna expand to everything else. It's gonna expand to jazz. It's gonna expand to all types of genres, but you got to start somewhere. So I'm just blessed that you started in my genre, and I'm able to be here today, and we promise we're gonna bring a fire performance. I just to you guys in general, it would be really, really awesome to, you know, let your people know about it. Let the support come through today. The only way that this can grow is if everyone's a part of it and if everyone lifts their voices to this as well. I know that's what we're going to do from our side.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool, I think that was it. Thank you so much. Again, another shout out to our sponsors, Rockwell, JMB, as well as Red Bull. I'm pretty sure you can continue drinking those cocktails outside. It's just the pre-drinks for tonight, which starts at 6, of course. So bring your people through and let's have a good time. There's going to be food, there's going to be exhibitions. It's going to be these guys doing their thing on stage. So it's really going to be quite something. And thank you to all of you once again for coming through today.